For this next multi-body technique, the dimensions and sizes don't really matter. It's more of a technique that I use sometimes when I'm working on splitting up a part that's too big for one of our 3D printers. So I'm going to come in and start a sketch on the top plane. Like I said, we'll just start really simple. And we'll start with just we'll say a 4-inch extrusion. And I'm going to extrude it. In this case, I'll do a mid-plane extrusion. And we'll come up a ways just to give us some room to work with. And I'll say OK to that. And on the front plane, I'm going to start a sketch. And I'm going to draw a line across here, another one here. And we're going to use these all for our split command. So if I get out of the sketch, insert, features, split. In this case, I'm going to use both the sketch and the top plane that I started sketching on. So when I hit cut part, this is going to break this up into 1, 2, 3, 4 bodies. So if I split and choose this body to break away, these guys don't actually get created. It's going to give me 3 bodies. Again, there's that consume body option that kicks in. I go back and edit the definition and uncheck that checkbox. So I just wanted to show that happening. So now, I didn't actually split with this line up here, but I wanted to show how you could not merge some of those results. If I come in and hide the sketch, we'll take a look at what we can do with the rest of these guys. I'm going to come in and maybe hide this top body, and on this top face, start a sketch. So when I'm printing this, I want to be able to print these all separately and make sure that they can go together. So I'm going to come in and just draw a keyway. Again, for me, the size doesn't really matter, and how your keyway is shaped, it just needs to be the same on adjoining parts. Okay, so I'm going to go in and I want to extrude this. I definitely don't need it that tall. How tall do we need it? Again, really depends on the geometry. So we'll go, say, 0.3 inches. Okay. We need to remember that number for later. Now I've put this keyway on here so that the parts will line up and only go together one direction. Another thing I typically do is I'll come in and put a really small chamfer just on this leading edge so that when it fits into the next part, it works real nice. Oops, want that edge right there. Okay. So that's nothing, major here. What we need to do now is come in and show that top body, and then maybe come in and hide the bottom too. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come in and expand the Boss Extrude 2 feature so I can come in and pick the sketch. The trick here is I'm going to use the exact same sketch, reverse the direction, but maybe come in instead of 0.30, 0.32. I'll go a little bit deeper than the initial cutout. I want the parts to bottom out here on this face and not here on the tab. Okay, so if we come back in and show this additional body and maybe run a section view through there, we can really quickly see the chamfered edge and how those parts are going to fit together. So this is a real nice tool for working with parts that we're going to print on a 3D printer that are bigger than our build volume. We can do the same thing on the bottom face. We've even got the ability to do something kind of fun. I'm going to right click on this one and I'm going to use the isolate command. We'll see this again later on, but this basically hides all the other bodies that I'm not messing with and shows me just that one. On this face, I'm going to start a sketch, and maybe I'll come in and use this sketch that I used earlier. Now it's way up here at the top. If I do a convert entities, it's going to copy that same sketch down to this body. Then from there, I can go ahead and extrude that. Again, the 0.3 height, and we'll say the 0.32 for the cut on the other one. Exit isolate. Then it's just a matter of transferring the boss from this bottom up into the middle piece, and then we've got 3 pieces that we can print separately and glue all together. So it's just a nice multi-body technique for larger parts.